because most of this money, I think 1.6 million of it was from 2012 to the current year. So I mean, on average, $500,000 a year they haven't been using. So again, very frustrating.
Okay.
This is a agency that we're tapping to deal with economic development, and they can't even spend the money we're giving them. So,
or there's things in the works. Do you think there's something in the work? What is this discussion of, I mentioned it earlier with Chris, what is this 2.5 salaries for 2.5 economic development people? Who is that for?
We've got a report coming to council on Monday night, and it was a consultant's report basically looking at economic development in the area and should we change the way we approach economic development. One of the approaches is a mixed model. So we continue to fund WeedC, but at the same time have a local economic development office, which I think in this case would either run under the CAO or the mayor's office.
So what do you think of that idea?
I like it. I like the mixed model. I know it works in other areas of the province. There's lots of successes, and I do think it sort of helps concentrate on issues that are unique to the city, while at the same time WeedC can look at the region as a whole. So I do think it works, but I do think we need to also take a good look at how much we fund WeedC, obviously. So, you know, what they've said to me this week is basically, we can't spend the money you give us. So why are we funding them at that rate? If we've been giving them 1.2 million a year over the last historically, you know, and they've been putting away over $500,000 a year in a reserve, it tells me they don't need that money.
Well, they may need it, just maybe it's not being managed right. Did you ever think of that?
But if it's not being managed right, I don't want it in their hands either, I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, whether they're not managing it properly or whether they don't have a use for it.
Or they're just getting programs going, we don't know.
But I mean, they've come, you know, there's people who have come forward with requests. The Downtown Accelerator, WeTech, those are great institutions in this city that have come forward asking for funding requests as low as $80,000, $100,000, and they've been denied. And they've been denied because we technically don't have money, is the response.